everyone, and welcome to Mansour Academy Tourism Package Lesson 2, Hotels. Now, in this exciting package, we are going to learn about how to speak English when we are on holiday. You remember on Lesson 1 how we looked at different holidays, and now in Lesson 2, we are going to look at the exciting topic of hotels. Now, of course, all of us, when we go on holidays, we stay at different places. You have different options for your accommodation. You can stay in different places. And in lesson 2, you are going to learn about those places, whether it's a hotel, a hostel, motel, bed and breakfast, you name it. You're going to learn all of it today. And more importantly, in this lesson, we are going to learn how to speak to a hotel receptionist about our problems, whether those problems are about the bed, about the facilities, about the room service. We are going to learn all of it. So the first question is, could I get a room overlooking the beach? Now, all of you do understand that when you go to a hotel, you have different options, right? Hotels are just one kind of accommodation. Accommodation can vary depending on where you choose to stay on a holiday. You can stay in a hotel. Remember, stress is on T. Hotel, or you can stay in a hostel, or you can stay in a motel, or you can stay in a bed and breakfast, or you can stay at a group home. They are all different. For example, when we're talking about hotels, you would say, I would like to stay at a prestigious 5-star hotel near the beach. Remember, a prestigious means high class, very luxurious. 5-star hotel. Where? Near the beach. Now, that's not the only option. Some people don't want to spend a lot of money when they go on holidays. So now you have another option. You can stay at a hostel. I would like to stay at a university hostel outside the campus dorm or dormitory. University students, when they go to another city, they don't stay at a hotel. They stay at a kind of hotel. It's like a group home where there are different rooms, yes, bed and breakfast services, yes, but for university students, not very luxurious, but in many ways more decent, not necessarily cheap, but decent. So you can say, I would love to stay at a university hostel. Outside the campus, dormitory. Dormitory is where the students sleep at night, and campus is the area around the university where you have different faculties like the faculty of law, the faculty of medicine, the faculty of engineering. All are located in the university campus. Of course, many travelers, when they travel, they stay at a motel. For example, you would say, I will be staying at a nice, cheap motel on the road to get some sleep. You're driving on the road and you feel sleepy. What do? You stay at a motel. It's a very cheap place. Of course, there are no luxurious facilities, but it's a nice place to stay when you're on the road and you feel sleepy. Then you stay at a motel. So motel is a much smaller, less luxurious hotel. Then we have bed and breakfast. Bed and breakfast is even cheaper than a hotel, right? Especially in the UK and Europe. You have a lot of bed and breakfast. Bed and breakfast is just a place where you can get some sleep and you can get a nice, decent breakfast in the morning, because that's the most important meal of the day, as you all know. So you say there are many nice bed and breakfast venues. Venue means places, venues. In Europe, for campers. Campers are people who camp outside. So they don't need a luxurious hotel. They can just stay at a nice bed and breakfast. Finally, we have group homes. And group homes, there are group homes for the kids whom their parents have divorced. So in Canada, children whose parents have divorced, they stay in a group home. Group home is like a huge living room, and then upstairs there are 6 bedrooms. In each bedroom there's a bunk bed, so 2 people can sleep, and then 12 people can stay in one house. Now, a lot of people, when they go on holidays, they don't want to stay in a hotel or a hostel or a motel or a bed and breakfast, but because they are many, especially Middle Easterns, right? They travel, let's say, 4 or 5 extended families, right, together. And let's say you have the father, the mother, the children, and then their friends. They are with their kids, the uncle, the auntie, the grandmother, the grandfather. So imagine 15 people traveling together. The best option, of course, is hotel, but hotel very expensive. The best option is a group home. It's like a villa. They just rent a group home that is used for orphans and kids in Canada who are under the custody of the Canadian government. But what happens here is that those group homes can also be used for holidays. They can be used for accommodation for tourists. So a lot of times when you travel to different countries, especially in the US and Canada, you can ask for a group home where, or even in the Middle East or even in Asia, you go on a holiday and you're 15, 16 people together. I remember once I was in Malaysia and we were in Cameron Highlands. It's a beautiful place. It has a strawberry farm. It's just beautiful, breathtakingly beautiful. And then we went and rented a group home. It was a huge mansion and it had 7 bedrooms. It was a duplex, like a suburban house, and a huge garden, strawberry farm. It was just romantic, beautiful. We were 4 couples, we were 8 people. So the best option for us in Cameron Highlands, in Malaysia, was a group home. We were 4 cars, 4 couples, 8 people. We rented a group home and we had a great time and we loved it. We stayed there for one night. Of course, it was expensive, but only for one person. If you are 8 people or even 12 people, the payment would have been very, very cheap. And these are called group homes. So when you go on a holiday, you have different options: hotels, hostels, motels, bed and breakfasts, and yes, group homes. Now, today we are going to talk about hotels because that's where you need to speak English the most. And when you're in a hotel, of course, you have many problems to face. Number one problem is the bed size, right? So you ask the person, I would like to have a luxurious bed or a double bed, because you have a single bed or a double bed. Preferably means I like better, preferably a queen size bed. Remember, when you want to book a hotel room, you have to tell them you want a single bed, a double bed, like a queen size, or we have a double bed, we call it king size. It's bigger than queen size. And then those beds can sometimes be water beds. Now, I don't know if you have ever slept on a water bed. I have, in Toronto, in Canada, back in 1997. And I tell you, it was the best sleep of my life. I loved it. It's so romantic. It's so dreamy. It's so fantastically enjoyable. And I just loved every second of it. So that's why you can say, I would prefer to have a king size bed that's huge, huge bed, especially those nice water beds. The water beds, inside the mattress, there is water.